halfway through the 45 to 49-year-old men as they continue to take on Event 6, GRAN TORINO here. The 6th of 9 events at the 2022 Legends Championship presented by Mayhem Athlete from Mayhem, CrossFit Mayhem here in Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm Sean Woodland with Annie Sakamoto. Roy McKernan and Tommy Marquez will be checking in with us throughout the day as we continue our coverage here on day 3 of 4 of competition. Event 6, GRAN TORINO, 252 total reps. No one's finished it yet.
Not yet. We're looking at 90 GHD sit-ups, 12 rope climbs, and then 150 wall balls to round out this event, all under a 12-minute time cap. And so far, like you said, Sean, no one has finished it, so it's kind of been how many wall balls can you get? I would love to see somebody finish this event.
So 8 men in this third of 4 heats.
And of these 8 men, at least 3 of them have gone to the games, that being Mike Dudevoir, Justin Lasala, and Mike Kern are all games athletes in this heat. This isn't even our 4th and final heat, too, so this should be exciting. Mike Kern, I could see him doing very well. You see him right there in the gray shirt.
Yeah. Mike Kern there, and as Andy mentioned in the gray, next to him in lane 5 is Dustin Owen, who is in 5th place overall, coming off the 2nd place finish in event number 5.
Athletes stand by.
404 points
3,
for Dustin Owen.
2, 1, go.
We saw Mike Kern earlier this morning. We said, how's it going? He said, I'm a little lower than I want to be. This is a gentleman who got 2nd at the games this year. So, you know, again, I think this is an event where Mike could try to make up some points.
Keys to the event, watch that midline.
Watch that midline, and it's going to come back to bite you if you don't. And that's being consistent and smart on these GHD sit-ups, and that just depends on, you know, how familiar your body is to the GHD. And that will probably determine how quick and efficient you can be on those rope climbs. So we've seen a lot of athletes go out a little too hard, a little too fast on the GHDs and kind of implode on those rope climbs. And really, it's all about how good you feel when you get to those wall balls, because we've seen a lot of folks get to the wall balls not first and come out of this event being first. So I think managing the first 2 sides of this event will really help with your overall success.
There's Mike Kern, middle of your screen in the gray shirt, 2nd place right now in the heat. John Gleich is your leader. Gleich's down in lane number 7, so just the right side, you can see his arm. He's your leader. More than a third of the way through these 90 GHD sit-ups.
You actually saw him. He just got out of his GHD for a second there.
John Gleich, 11th place overall, 366 points. He trails Mike Kern by just 6 points. Gleich trying to work his way inside the top 10 here. He's through 50 of those 90 reps. Dustin Owen in lane 5 sits in 2nd. Justin Lasala now trying to work his way up. Lasala has 40 remaining. He's in the white shorts and black shirt.
47 reps here. Jason from lane 3. Mike in lane 1. 51 reps.
Gleich through 65. Take a look at Justin Lasala. Lasala coming in 8th place overall with 382 total points. He's got 4 finishes inside the top 10.
He's all thumbs up right there. We've seen a few of these gentlemen actually get out and kind of stand up a little bit on the GHD. Again, just trying to get a little pressure off of those quads for a second. Attack these GHDs 2 different ways, Sean. You can really fire up those quads, and that's going to help save your lower back, your psoas area, and they're going to need that for the heavy deadlifts that are coming up later on this evening. Or you can kind of use your abs more, and that could fry out your midline for the deadlifts, but it just depends kind of how strong your low back is, your abs are.
So Gleich now with 5 reps remaining, now 4, and he looks to be the first man to get to the ropes. Dustin Owen's going to be second, and there are Gleich's fans who are going to work their way down to the ring. They're all wearing those yellow shirts.
With a mustache on the back, I like it.
Those shirts read, "The man, the myth, the mustache."
I love me a good mustache. Nice first rope climb for Gleich right there.
And Gleich and Owen, the 2 men leading here in the third of 4 heats. The score to beat belongs unofficially to Mitch Paget, 176 reps. We believe that is the best score from heat number 2. Now in lane 8, Marcelo Riala is moving to the rope, and Kernan Lasala.
Dustin Owen, he has a very interesting rope climb style. You can see he almost kips the way he brings his feet back and then up on that rope climb. Interesting technique, definitely working out for him. You watch, he hooks his feet and then he kind of swings them back before he brings those knees up.
Gleich and Owen continue to lead here. Gleich no shirt on in the black shorts, trying to lock in his feet. And that's just being under that tension and trying to lock those feet in. Those seconds matter.
They do. Again, it was worth it for him. He kind of bobbled the feet. He's strong enough in those arms. It's okay to hang on for a second and reset those feet to assure yourself that you have a good foothold. What I do like that John's doing is he's getting a really good jump up the rope. So he's already halfway up that rope before he has to start pulling. You see Marcelo Riala right next to him doing a really good job of that also. I tell people, jump more, pull less.
Gleich and Owen are your leaders. Mike Kern has made up some ground here as well.
I tell you, watch Marcelo Riala right there next to Gleich. He has those pink wrist wraps on. He's really fast. The way the hand pattern that he has, I really like.
Couple pulls and he was up that thing. Gleich, though, continues to lead. He's got 5 remaining. Taking a break.
5 reps for Marcelo there. Lane 8.
One more look at Marcelo.
Quick hands, quick feet, quick hands, tap, done.
Yeah, just 2 pulls for him, and he is up and down that rope.
Again, if we're talking about being efficient, Sean, Marcelo's doing a really good job of that.
So 5.5 minutes remain before we hit the 12-minute time cap. Leaders in the heat on your screen right now. John Gleich, who is now with 2 remaining, and Riala next to him with 3 left. Dustin Owen sits in third. Mike Kern moving up. Kern was 4th or 5th man to the rope. Doing some good work here on these climbs to keep the pressure on the leaders. 5 minutes left.
2 reps remaining. Lane 8, 1 rep remaining for John. Lane 7. 2 reps remaining for Mike. And lane 6. Justin, lane 5's got 3 reps remaining. Justin.
The final rep for John Gleich. He's really trying to get his feet locked in there. And he is done, as is Riala. Riala and Gleich at the same time to start their 150 wall balls.
Yeah, he really made up some time on those rope climbs.
Mike here in lane 1, 5 reps remaining. 1 more rope climb in lane 5.
Dustin Owen in lane 5, guy who finished 10th overall at the CrossFit Games in 2021 in the 45 to 49-year-old division. He's on the left side of your screen, now just jumping onto the rope for his final ascent. Meanwhile, Gleich and Riala continue to work on their wall balls, and now Mike Kern will be the 3rd man in this heat to pick it up.
And this is where Mike Kern could really make up some reps. He got third place in the wall ball event in the age group semifinals. He had 215 wall balls in that event, third overall. So this is, I think, where Mike Kern's going to make his move. Taller athlete.
Less than 3.5 to go. And Kern, as you mentioned, is a taller guy. And he's barely having to let go of that thing as he tosses it towards the target.
Exactly. He stays flat-footed. You can see just the extra effort that both Dustin Owen and John Gleich have to put in on either side of him, where it just looks effortless for Kern.
Kern, I don't think has put the ball down yet.
Correct.
That's his 30th rep. We'll see if he takes a break here. He's going to continue. So Mike Kern moving up here and starting to put some pressure on Riella for second place. So Kern takes his first break through 30 repetitions. Gleich continues to lead. He's through 144 of the 252 total scored repetitions. Gleich again trying to punch his way inside the top 10. There is his contingency of fans. 366 total points coming into this event for Gleich. Trails Mike Kern by 6. Another break for Kern, who is now within 9 reps of Gleich. Riella has fallen back into third place, but now tied with Kern for 4th, and now moving past him as Kern gets back to work. 176 reps, the score to beat belongs to Mitch Paget. Less than 2 minutes to go here.
Jason lane 3 going up, and once he hits the top, he'll have 2 reps remaining.
You can see Gleich, I mean, it just looks like so much more of an effort for him than it does for Mike Kern, but he's just willing to sit in that pain cave. He just keeps picking it up and doing it.
Gleich back to work, getting closer to Mitch Paget's mark of 176.
See him shaking his head there, missing the rep.
Well, Mike Kern now within 7 reps, but Gleich getting back to work.
Jason's got a blood more. He'll move on to his wall.
And now Kern. Kern's best finish came in event 4, saved by the bell when he finished tied for 5th. It's a quick event. Finished that in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And now within 10 reps of Gleich, but not really able to get much closer than that.
Yeah, he looks so much smoother on the wall ball. It's just like that it's less effort, but Gleich is just willing to kind of sit in that pain cave where Kern looks like he's needing a few more breaks or a little longer break.
Go wide. Justin LaSala in lane 4. He's in the white shorts. He's starting to creep up here. He's got 156 reps under his belt. Going to run out of time, though, to put any significant pressure on Riella. And Kern's going to continue to work. He's got 7 seconds remaining. Quick break for Gleich. And John Gleich is going to have the score to beat at 194 repetitions.
Very impressive performance from John Gleich. We talked about the fact that very few athletes have come off the GHD first and then actually done well in the entire event. If any have even done that. And John is one of the few, if not the only athletes that we've seen come off that GHD first and actually finish first in the heat.
194 repetitions for Gleich. He's able to hold off Mike Kern, who made a good charge there on the wall ball portion of the event. Marcelo Riella will finish in 3rd, and Justin LaSala also making a late charge to finish in 4th, and Dustin Owen rounding out the top 5. But as you mentioned, John Gleich, wire to wire there.
Yeah, he really was. And you know, what was so impressive to me with John is that he was really just willing to suffer a little bit harder than Mike Kern was. Mike Kern, his wall balls looked a little bit easier than John's did, but he just looked like he needed more rest. And John was just willing to kind of take the pain as long as he could and that's what got him that heat win, 194 reps. That's 92 all balls for that gentleman right there. The man, the mustache, the legend, Mr. John Gleich.
194 points right now is the score to beat, as we have just one heat remaining for the 45 to 49-year-old men here in the 6th of 9 events that they will face at the 2022 Legends Championship presented by Mayhem Athlete.